What's going on? Chest and shoulder day. You guessed it. Coming at you. Only doing one chest and shoulder day now per week. Going back to sort of strength and conditioning versus just really trying to put on more size and more muscle. Mainly the reason why is I just don't need to add any more size. I'm still 190 pounds and relatively lean. Midsection usually isn't always real lean. Legs usually always stay really lean. Just from doing hormones in the past, midsection is usually always something that, you know, doesn't stay as lean year round. But irregardless, the one thing I wanted to talk about today was warm-ups and specifically using bands. It's one thing that I used to use a lot when I was having problems connecting to biceps to really build arms, and I know that's sort of one thing that people lack is really being able to contract the bicep versus just like lifting the weight and using, I mean, you can see like everything you'd use if you're trying to lift everything versus just your bicep itself. So if you guys want to really learn how to concentrate, I suggest using bands and just the iso movement. What I used to do is just tie it around my foot, basically step on it, and I would pull up with that band and just keeping my arm in this nice neutral position, not out or not too far in, just kind of a neutral position, and pulling it from the floor straight up and just really working on just contracting that bicep itself. The reason why it works so well is because it keeps tension on it, and you can't really like pull up and you can't just let it down. You have to really control the iso movement, and that's what really helps you learn to connect. And then ultimately you take that connection and then you start building with more weight when you're doing curls, because you still have that fundamental connection to that bicep to be able to connect to it better and lift with it better. So if you guys are having trouble with chest, try bands. If you guys are having trouble with biceps, try bands. And even back movements if you want to tie it off to something and connect, so you can, you know, pull with that back and keep that tension on it. Also, one that helped a lot was doing side laterals with doing that right there. So those four really work really well if you want to use a band to warm up with. It really helps you connect more mind and muscle, and the more you are able to connect to it, the more you're able to build it, because your mind and your body wants to connect to those muscle tissues and those fibers to be able to lift that weight. Remember, we're bodybuilders. If your goal is bodybuilding, you got to connect to the muscle. You don't just lift the weight. So keep that in mind, and let me know if that helps you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.